Hi, this is Ashley with another interesting story for you, so here we go. It was a dark and stormy night, the perfect setting for a scary story. Four millennial friends, Sarah, Jack, Emma, and Marcus, decided to spend the night in an abandoned mansion that was rumored to be haunted. They were all excited and eager for a night of adventure, but little did they know, they were in for more than they bargained for. As they entered the mansion, they were greeted by an eerie silence, broken only by the sound of the creaking floorboards beneath their feet. The wallpaper was peeling, and the furniture was covered in cobwebs. The air was thick with the scent of must and decay. They decided to explore the mansion, hoping to find something interesting. As they wandered through the dimly lit halls, they heard strange noises coming from the walls. They dismissed it as their imagination and continued exploring. As they entered the grand ballroom, they saw a figure standing at the far end of the room. It was a woman dressed in a white gown, her face obscured by her long, flowing hair. They approached her cautiously, but as they got closer, they realized that something was off. The woman turned around slowly, revealing her face. Her eyes were empty, her skin pale and lifeless. She let out a blood-curdling scream, and the four friends scattered in all directions. They ran through the mansion, trying to find a way out, but every door they opened led them to another empty room. The mansion seemed to be a never-ending maze. As they ran, they heard footsteps behind them, getting louder and closer. They turned around, but there was no one there. The footsteps continued to follow them, echoing through the halls. Finally, they found themselves in a room with no doors or windows. The footsteps had stopped, and they were alone in the dark, cold room. Suddenly, the walls began to close in, crushing them slowly. They screamed and pleaded for help, but no one came. As the walls closed in, they realized that they were trapped forever in the mansion, doomed to spend eternity as ghosts, just like the woman in the ballroom. And so, the abandoned mansion claimed four more victims, their millennial curiosity leading them to their untimely abandoned. The townspeople had long since forgotten about it, and it had become nothing more than a local legend. One day, a group of teenagers, unaware of the mansion's dark history, decided to explore it. As they entered the grand ballroom, they saw the same woman in the white gown. They screamed and ran out of the mansion, spreading the news of their terrifying encounter. The story quickly spread throughout the town, and people started to believe that the mansion was truly haunted. Some claimed to have seen ghosts roaming the halls, while others reported strange noises and unexplained events. Despite the warnings, some thrill-seekers continued to visit the mansion, hoping to catch a glimpse of the ghosts that haunted it. But they all met the same fate as the millennial friends, trapped forever in the mansion. Years turned into decades, and the mansion became a dark and foreboding presence in the town. The townspeople had grown to accept its presence, but they never forgot the tragedy that had befallen the millennial friends. One night, a group of teenagers snuck into the mansion, looking for a place to party. They were loud and rowdy, and their laughter echoed through the halls. But as they entered the grand ballroom, they heard a sound that sent shivers down their spines. It was the sound of footsteps, getting louder and closer. They turned around, but there was no one there. The footsteps continued, and they realized that they were not alone in the mansion. Suddenly, the doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. The room grew cold, and the air was thick with the scent of must and decay. The teenagers huddled together, scared and alone, as the ghosts of the mansion claimed four more victims. And so, the mansion remained abandoned, a dark and foreboding presence in the town, haunted by the ghosts of its past. The millennial friends were never forgotten, their tragic fate a warning to all who dared to enter the mansion.